Hey, what's happening, guys? What's going on? YouTube, you guys have tuned into Rules for Rebels, and I'm really excited about today's video, and I think you guys are going to like this as well. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a new crypto project called Presearch. I guess this isn't that new. It was launched in 2017, although it's starting to kind of pick up in popularity now. It's called Presearch. What it is, it's a search engine. In a lot of ways, I would compare it to the Brave browser and the BAT token, in the sense that you will earn money from using the search engine. But there's actually three different ways that you can earn money. Number one, they have an affiliate program. So if you bring on new users, the person you bring on will get 25 pre-tokens and you will get 25 pre-tokens. There was one kid who was a blogger in Venezuela. He's earned over 400,000 pre-tokens, which over $100,000 just for referring people to start using the search engine. So there's a lot of money to be made through the affiliate program. You're also going to be able to earn pre-tokens just from browsing. And right here you can see I've earned 2.31 pre. Now, I just learned about this project last night. Today at probably lunchtime, I decided to download it and check it out. And I wound up using it from about 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I wasn't constantly doing searches. But when I needed to search something, I was using this browser, and just in the past couple hours, using the Presearch browser, I've earned 2.31 pre-tokens, which, the token earlier today, I think it was up to 28 cents. Right now it's at 24 cents, but that's about 57 cents that I've earned just for a few occasional searches over the course of a couple hours. And then you can also run a node, and I'll kind of explain here shortly, like what nodes are, how you can earn money, why people are able to run nodes. But people running nodes is actually what makes this search engine decentralized. It's what makes it private. And then one other kind of cool aspect about this is, you know how with Google has Google AdWords and Google AdSense. And in the case of Google AdWords, if I run a search on Google, I'm going to wind up getting sponsored ads. So, and what could we search? Like paddleboard, right? And if we search paddleboard, I have all these ads right here. Well, Presearch does things a little bit differently. Nobody is paying per click to run ads. What people are actually doing is they're staking the pre-token, and whoever has the most pre-tokens staked is able to get the top ad spot. And I'll kind of show you guys kind of what that looks like here in a second. There's some people who are affiliate marketers out there who have found a really creative way to get their affiliate links out there. And I'm not going to go too much into detail on that. I'm sure you guys can kind of use your imagination and come up with your own strategies. But I have a strategy that I think is actually going to be able to make me a fair bit of money. So I don't want to go into that too much. I'm going to kind of save that one for myself. And beyond all that, the Presearch is a pretty badass search engine. It takes a little while getting used to. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot that you can do with it. But basically, I can run a search on... when I run a search, I'm searching Presearch, I'm searching Google, I'm searching Bing, I'm searching DuckDuckGo, I'm searching Twitter, social media sites. But what I can also do, if I only want to search Twitter, I could do something like Bitcoin, and I'm only going to get results from Twitter. So that is kind of cool. Let's see if I can move the... Okay, sorry, I got to go back there. So I can search specific things, or I can search everything. And one thing that I'll do a lot on Google, I find Reddit to be kind of a good resource for, I've talked about this before, but if I want to find a new e-commerce platform, if I search something like best e-commerce platforms to build website, I'm going to get an article like this that is pretty much just some affiliate. They have affiliate programs for all these. I'm not necessarily getting the best e-commerce platforms. I'm getting the e-commerce platforms with the best affiliate programs, so that whoever is writing this article, is able to, they're choosing these programs because they all have affiliate programs and because they all have good paying affiliate programs. But maybe there's a great e-commerce platform out there, a great e-commerce website builder out there that doesn't have an affiliate program. Well, it's most likely not going to get written up in an article. So what I'll do a lot of times is do something like best e-commerce platform to build website Reddit. And, I'll get something like this. What is the most effective e-commerce platform on the market? And, you know, we got people voting here. We got a bunch of different suggestions. And then I can go through 35 different comments and hear different people's takes. And on Reddit, because they don't really allow affiliate marketing on most of these forums, you know, nobody really has anything to gain. And so I'll kind of use this as the beginning of my research or a good jumping off point. Maybe I find 3, 4, 5, 6 different platforms mentioned here, and then I'll go investigate those on my own. So let's say I wanted to do something similar here. I can click the edit search providers. There's like several hundred of them here, but if I type in Reddit, I guess it's 95. Okay, I'm still kind of getting used to this platform. Let's see if we go down to R. Okay, Reddit. I will also say that my my internet's been running really slowly lately. And we got a snowstorm here in Chicago. So my internet's being kind of wacky. But basically, it's, you know, for some reason it's not going to work for me right now. But basically, I could add the Reddit icon here. So if I wanted to kind of do the same strategy that I do on Google, which is find only Reddit results, I can do that within here. Now, let's talk a little bit about kind of all of these things. I realize I'm kind of 6 minutes in here. First, let's talk a little bit about this search engine and how it works. So when I conduct a search here, it kind of goes through a gateway. It's going to wind up going out to a bunch of different nodes, and these nodes are being run by people like you and me who are earning money for providing the decentralization and essentially running the search engine. And my search is kind of bouncing around. So, you know, with Google, Google collects all this data on you and sells that data to advertisers. With this, none of your data is being harvested. There are plans down the line to where you can possibly be able to decide, okay, I'm willing to share my demographic data, but you're going to wind up getting money back for doing that. So my search is going to go out to all these nodes, and then it's going to return to me. This isn't as great for local results, but there is some way here. Again, I'm just kind of getting used to this. There is some way here to click like a map icon, and you can get local search results without giving up your data or giving up your location. It's kind of interesting. But you know, I think one of the best ways to kind of explain this might be, let's just do a search. So let's see, best e-commerce platform, and I'll show you kind of what the searches here look like. So, you know, right now it's searching all those different sources, you know, those 95 different sources or whatever it was. The sources are definitely going to be very, very different from Google. But if you ever want to go to a Google search result, you can just click that button and you got a Google search result. Let's go back 2 pages here. So right now I'm at 2.31. Let's do a couple searches. Best skateboard for short people. Best paddleboard for tall people. And again, you guys can see my internet's kind of lagging and dragging here. 2.31. Maybe we got to do a couple more searches. How to make an apple pie. Anyhow, I probably got to search for a little bit more, but you know, this number does wind up going up pretty quickly. Best Bitcoin hardware wallet. I'll show you guys kind of the ads here. So right here we have an ad. The rest of these results are organic results. This ad is for the FTX cryptocurrency exchange. So what this basically means is that FTX has the most pre-coins staked and has chosen some certain keyword having to do with Bitcoin or Bitcoin hardware wallets, and that's why they're showing up here. Now, you know, I'm going to get into the monetization, but let me tell you, when it comes to crypto, there's a couple things that I like to see. One, like, is there a working project? Yes, they have a working project here. Does it actually provide utility? Is it actually useful? Well, you know, yes, a search engine that protects my privacy and blocks ads is a useful thing. A search engine that doesn't track me is a useful thing. Also, a search engine that doesn't have some ulterior motive or objective. I'm going to throw out a couple scenarios that have actually happened in recent years with you guys. So back during the 2016 presidential election, Back during the 2016 presidential election, Google was actually suppressing negative search results about Hillary Clinton. So Google, a search engine that the vast majority of people use, almost everybody in America uses, in some ways is kind of dictating or steering who's going to wind up being our next president, who's going to wind up being our next leader. Maybe you like Hillary Clinton, maybe you don't like Hillary Clinton, but I would like people on all sides of the aisle to have all the information and make an objective choice for themselves. And so I don't want bad information about Hillary Clinton or her email leak or whatever else being suppressed. Fast forward to the 2020 presidential election. Remember the Hunter Biden laptop story? That was suppressed by Twitter, Facebook, Google. It was called fake news. It was called Russian disinformation. We ultimately learned that wound up being true. And recently, even the... sorry about that. My girlfriend was just calling me. Okay, so we talked about the Hunter Biden story. Recently, the New York Times, a lot of, credible mainstream media has come out and said that, yeah, that turned out that story was real and that everybody probably shouldn't have suppressed it back in 2020. Voters might want to know about that. Fast forward again, this one has more to do with Twitter than search engines, but what story was it? There was a story a while back where, I think it had to do with the Hunter Biden laptop thing. So because there were rumors that the laptop was stolen or hacked, Twitter was not allowing any... Basically, Twitter was taking down any tweets that had to do with it because it hadn't been quote-unquote 100% verified, even though, it was pretty obvious that it really was his laptop. But Twitter has a policy where if... they don't allow hacked information to be reposted, supposedly. Now, they didn't allow it to happen with the Hunter Biden story, but fast forward to some more recent stories. So right now, everything that's going on with the Canadian truckers, within the past couple of days, some hacker wound up hacking either GoFundMe or that Canadian fundraising site. They got all the donors' information, and they leaked it, and that's being shared on Twitter by the hacker as well as other journalists. And Twitter isn't taking that down. So Twitter is very selective about enforcing their own policies. And it really isn't about what side of the aisle you're on, Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, libertarian, whatever else. Ultimately, everybody, in my opinion, everybody should be against censorship. Everybody should want all the information to be out there and let people kind of decipher information for themselves. We shouldn't censor information just because we have a certain side or a certain political ideology. And that's what's going on with social media. Social media, search engines, all of that. So the idea that Presearch doesn't have some direction that they want to steer you in is kind of a good thing. Just as a little kind of thought experiment or to show something off here. We're going to do 3 different searches. So we're going to search Canadian truckers funds frozen. So we're going to search it on there. We're going to search it on DuckDuckGo. And we're going to search it on Google. And I just think it's kind of interesting how different the search results. And this isn't just about controversial stories or political things. One thing I'll notice, I'm in e-commerce and digital marketing and SEO. And so I work with a lot of different companies, and even searching for a product. If I search for a paddleboard or the best paddleboard or, inflatable paddleboard, I'm going to get dramatically different. Google and DuckDuckGo might be somewhat similar. Presearch is going to be much different, but even with kind of mundane searches like products, you're going to get different results. But especially when it comes to controversial subject matters or political things are going to get very, very different. So Canadian truckers' funds frozen. Canada says it will freeze bank accounts of Freedom Convoy truckers. Justin Trudeau to crack down on Canada trucker bank accounts as Give, Send, Go remains down. Truckers defy Trudeau's crackdown as Canada prepares to freeze assets. So that's kind of the Google news. TD Bank freezes accounts with 1.1 million for truckers. TD Bank freezes accounts. Judge freezes access to funds donated to protesting truckers. Canadians donated half of funds for truckers' protest. Let's go over to DuckDuckGo. So a Canadian judge has frozen access to donations for the trucker convoy protest. Canadian truckers polarize American commenters. Right-wing crowdfunding site for protesting truckers is frozen in apparent hack. Canadian court freezes freedom convoy gives them go. Okay, so I guess these ones aren't too crazy. If we go over here, the ad is for Binance. It's somebody with a referral link. TD Bank freezes. Okay, so I guess these ones aren't all that different. I noticed earlier during the pandemic when I would search things about the Mexican beer cough or things in your arm, Google was going to give you a very specific narrative, a very certain narrative. And even if you were specifically searching for something that kind of went against the mainstream narrative, it would be suppressed. You wouldn't be able to find it. Whereas if you went on a search engine like DuckDuckGo, you would find things that were a little bit more balanced, or you could even find like conspiracy theory type topics. Man, I'm all over the place. Let's talk a little bit about the coin. So Presearch, here's some of the things that I like about this project. So first off, this coin is ranked number 395. It's not something that's like ranked 2,500. So it's not in the top 100, but it's on people's radar. It's on 28,000 people's watch list. I also tend to not like coins whose value is like 0.000056. I realize it does kind of attract some people because they think even if this coin made it to a penny, even if this coin made it to $1, I'll be a millionaire, I'll be a billionaire. So in some senses, cheap coins attract people. But also I think people have a hard time wrapping their head around how much a coin is worth when it's worth 5/100ths of a penny. So I like that this is worth around a quarter, right? It's cheap enough that people will get into it like they did with Dogecoin or Shiba Inu or whatever else. But it's also, priced at a point where you can actually kind of understand the value. I'm getting 4 pre-tokens for $1. If we look at the day chart, it's down a little bit. If we look at the week chart, it's kind of up and down all over. Just, whenever I look at a coin, like I don't want to buy in at the top if it's going to drop 10% tomorrow. So in the past week, we've been up as high as 26, down as low as 24. So not bad there. If we look at the month chart, it was up as high as like 37 cents. And if we look at the year chart, looks like it rolled out at about 8 cents. Got down to about 2 cents, spiked in October at about 46, 48 cents. And right now we're trading at about 24 cents, which is pretty good considering a lot of the market is down. Now, there is one exchange, or actually a couple exchanges. You can get this coin at Kucoin, at Uniswap, or at Probit Global. I'm not really familiar with that one. Sorry, guys, I guess my internet's going really slow here. Anyhow, I believe you can actually buy these coins through Presearch as well. I haven't bought any yet. I've earned my 0.2 or whatever it is. I plan on continuing using this search engine and earning more. But I also plan on buying some. I could see this coin going somewhere. This coin is in terms of market cap is only like a fraction of what the Brave Browser and BAT token is. So if this project, if this search engine can manage to get, even half of what Brave has in terms of market cap, it's got a lot of room to run. This project is still kind of in its infancy too. There's a lot that they're doing in terms of bringing on advertisers, kind of letting you give up your data for more money. There's just a lot of new stuff that's coming down the pipeline with this project. In terms of making money off this, I'm guessing that your average person who just uses the internet, searches, you use this as your internet browser at work, whatever else, I'm guessing you'll probably earn, $1, $1.50 per day from using this. I don't really have a full understanding of how the nodes actually work and how much you can actually earn, although that's supposedly supposed to be pretty lucrative as well. And in terms of the affiliate program, let me talk a little bit about that. I am going to put my affiliate link down in the description box down below. If you use my affiliate link, you will get 25 pre-tokens and I will get 25 pre-tokens. At a quarter, that's 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, I don't know, what's that, about $6. Now, in order for me to get the tokens, I think you'll get yours right away. In order for me to get tokens for referring you, you will have to eventually wind up earning 50 pre-tokens, and you will have to be active on the platform for a month. So I just want to throw that out there. I think early on, they might have given you tokens just for getting somebody to sign up. Excuse me. But people create multiple accounts, people create fake accounts and kind of game the system. So they wound up having to kind of add, a few other thresholds that have to be met. So if you get 100 people to sign up, but only 20 of those people wind up eventually either earning 50 pre-tokens or staying on the platform for a month, you're not going to get paid for all 100 people, full disclosure. There was an early adopter, a guy from Venezuela, who, like I said earlier in the video, has made over 400,000 pre-tokens through the affiliate program. At today's value, that's over $100,000. If you go off the peak price of pre, you're looking at closer to $200,000. So there's money to be made using this search engine. There's money to be made running a node. There's money to be made search engine, running a node, referring people. And then also there's some ways you could get creative with the in-search ads for affiliate marketing or to drive traffic to your business or a lot of other things. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of competition out there yet. There are a couple other things I wanted to say. One other thing I like about this project, it's on Kucoin, which I would consider sort of a major exchange, but it's not on Coinbase, it's not on Binance, it's not on Voyager, it's not on Cryptodotcom. So why do I like that? Well, I don't like coins where it's very, very difficult to buy, right? Like somebody has to go to, Honey Bumble Swap or some weird site to exchange for a coin. It's going to limit the number of people who are able to buy it. Now, I realize, there are a lot of people out there who only use Coinbase or only use Crypto.com. So being on KuCoin, it's not open to as many people as if it were on Binance or Coinbase. But at least it is on a mainstream, easy-to-use exchange. So people who want to get this coin can get it pretty easy. I am going to drop a link down below to a referral link for my KuCoin referral link down below. I don't know if I even get anything from you. I know KuCoin used to have an affiliate program. Then they kind of shut it down and we're revamping it. It's been a while since I logged into my KuCoin account. So I'm guessing they probably have the affiliate program up and running again. I'm going to use my affiliate link nonetheless. If the affiliate program is back or if they bring it back, I probably will get a little something for you signing up. Full disclosure, if you guys wind up joining KuCoin, you can mess around with their affiliate program as well. But if you were wanting to buy some of these Presearch tokens, that's probably the most well-known and easiest exchange to do so on. I realize I've been kind of rambling and all over the place. I'll probably make a couple follow-up videos. I literally just learned about this project last night. I was watching the Concrete podcast. Highly recommend checking it out. Great podcast. I think it's K-O-N-K-R-E-T or K-O-N-C-R-E-T. But it's a Concrete podcast. Really interesting podcast. They have some great guests on. Last night they had, the title of the podcast was something like, the Blockchain Boy Metaverse Millionaire or something like that. But on the podcast, he mentioned several interesting projects. He mentioned Presearch, which we're looking at right now. He mentioned BBS Network, which is basically a blockchain and crypto-based forum. I was meaning to check that one out. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but that one looked pretty interesting. And I think there was one other project as well he mentioned that sounded kind of interesting. So I'm probably going to be checking those out in the coming days. I might make some videos about those. I probably will do a couple follow-up videos on Presearch. Like I said, just learned about it last night. Just started messing with it. Lunchtime today. I've only been on here for about 3 hours, so I'm still kind of learning how it works, how to use it, how much do I earn from each search, how much do I earn for using Presearch search engine. Let me pause this. 2.314. Okay, so I think I wasn't even logged in that whole time I was searching. Okay, so you see here in the ad, someone is staking and they have a sign-up ID or a referral link for Presearch. So the person who's showing up here has the most pre-tokens staked for some keyword about Presearch. Let's see, when did Presearch launch? 2.314, 2.314. Best place to buy Bitcoin. Okay, 2.395. So you can see, like, every search I'm doing, this is continuing to add up and add up and add up. They do have a mobile app, so if you wanted to add the Presearch to your phone and do your browsing and earn for browsing on your phone as well, you can do that too. So we're 25 minutes in. I'm kind of all over the place. There's just so much to cover, and I'm still kind of learning this platform myself, but I'm really excited about this. The best platforms, the platforms with the best utility, don't always win out. You know, look at a cryptocurrency like Nano that's kind of been forgotten about, which I think is a great cryptocurrency. And then look at some of the shit coins that are in like the top 10, maybe not top 10, but, you know, look at things like Doge and Shiba that are in the top 15, top 20 coins. The best projects don't win out, but I like this project, right? There's opportunities to earn money off of it. It's good for privacy. It's good for taking down big tech, in theory, or at least taking them down a peg. It's good in terms of it's a search engine that isn't trying to feed you a certain narrative. There's just so many good things about this platform. It's kind of putting your data back in your hands and letting you monetize your data, or the sharing of your data, should you choose to do so. So I'm going to wrap things up here. I probably will make a couple follow-up videos kind of explaining different aspects of Presearch in the coming days or coming weeks. But again, links to everything I talked about today are going to be in the description box below. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. As always, appreciate you guys checking out the channel. I know I haven't been too active lately. Been pretty busy. And I'm heading out of town here in the next week or so for a couple weeks. But I will try to be more active on here in 2022. And I'll probably do some follow-up videos on this and some other interesting crypto projects. I will catch you guys on the next one. Later.